you're a full Texan through and through, and you talk about what I love about Texas, and whether it's athletes, musicians, whatever it is, Texas backs Texas. I mean, if you're from, and you've got the whole, I'm calling it a country at this point, but the whole state is behind you, which is really cool. You've got such a successful career in country music, and when you think about country music, it's Nashville. You haven't dedicated to yourself to like, hey, I'm going to move full time to Nashville. I mean, you're still living in Texas.
I am, yeah. I bought a house there. I actually moved there. I was there for 2 years. And right at the end of COVID, I put up I signed my record deal and put out a song called Pretty Heart.
Yep. Great song.
And then COVID started like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
So we had a #1 double platinum selling song that went #1 in December of 2020. And we didn't play a show the entire time. So I freaked out a little bit and kind of, felt like I maybe had just missed, everything I'd worked for and everything I'd built by, that year. It was just going to be a huge year. We were on tour with Miranda Lambert when all that started, and it was just, I don't know, and I kind of freaked out, man. And so I moved to Nashville. Halle Ray and I were actually broken up at the time, and I was like, whatever. I packed up all my stuff in my truck, stopped at our ranch in East Texas for a couple nights, and then drove the rest of the way to Nashville. I was there for 2 years, and then moved back to Texas. I live just north of San Antonio now. So
that's awesome.
It's I knew I wasn't going to go. I never would have gone if it wasn't for COVID. I didn't have to. I mean, we were doing great, and everything was going our way, and we were selling a bunch of tickets and having hits. And so when that happened, I was like, man, I got to get out of here. And I was living in Austin, Texas, and I'd made a little money at the time and had been gone for like 5-6 years. I hadn't been home more than a couple of days in a long time. And all of a sudden I was home for a whole year. And, I didn't handle it great. I was kind of doing some stuff I shouldn't have been doing. And I was like, I got to get out of here. And I did. And then I got back. And ever since I've moved back, man, I've written probably 6, 7, 8 of my favorite songs I've ever written. Yeah. So
you're living now in what is inspiring you to write country
music. My
music.
dad and I bought a ranch out just west of San Antonio a bit, and it's called Hit Record Ranch, and I've been taking a bunch of songwriters out there, and I've written. It's just my soul is so much more complete when I'm home in Texas. So it was I did what I had to do, but I got back as quick as I could.